You know, these Resident Evil fans, these fake Resident Evil fans, I should say, they're barking up the wrong tree. If you enjoyed this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2, you know what that means? That means, folks, that means that you're a fake Resident Evil fan because you came from Fortnite to this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 and now you're like... And now you want to pretend to care about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. But let's back the train up real quick. This all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 was not the definitive Resident Evil experience that it should have been. Period. End of story. The real fans were clamoring for a remake, a game that made sense. Instead, what we got, folks, was a game that you played for about a week and then you moved on. A disposable title. And yet you were all foaming at the mouth over it like... Fake Resident Evil fans, you know where you can go. You can go back onto that bus. Stay in Fortnite. We don't want you here. In fact, we don't need you here. This all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 has the potential to be unbelievably amazing if Capcom plays their cards right. But here's the reality of the situation. Since so many fake Resident Evil fans have now infested this franchise, Capcom, they're going to listen to those fake Resident Evil fans. And as a result, this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 may suffer. This all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 had problems. And let me ask you this. Are you still playing this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2? Oh, you're not. I wonder why you're not still playing this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. Because it's a testament to how Capcom ultimately dropped the ball here with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. But yet here I am, veteran video game critic Michael Does Like, a real Resident Evil fan, here pushing in the quietest of times to say, hey Capcom, we really want to see this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 come to fruition. Despite me not being on board with this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. Because if Capcom, they don't listen to those fake Resident Evil fans, if they don't take their crappy feedback into consideration, then we might get a great Resident Evil game. But that can only happen if you fake Resident Evil fans go back to Fortnite. Stay on that bus. Buy Season 15.